Tribe, this is Jax here with Temple Health and Nomadic Wonders. And I wanted to have a chat today about something that is hitting a lot of homes around the world at this time, and that is a sudden death or a loss of a loved one, or it can even be applied to like divorces, separations, anything that takes a major hit, and even a physical accident, like maybe you got into an accident and your body just took that trauma. So we're going to talk about the trauma, cortisol, and the adrenal glands, and how that all plays a major part into acute diseases that's showing up out of nowhere right after a big a trauma or loss. Okay, so if you're going through grieving and you just lost somebody recently, the main thing you need to remember is that your body is going to go through stress management. And the way it does that is through secretion of cortisol through the adrenal glands. When that happens, you're going to be most vulnerable to other acute diseases. And also, your immune system is going to go down. So it's very important we talk about that and what we can do from the physiological aspects to help ourselves so that we don't become the other person that somebody else is going to lose or has to deal with, okay? So remember, this is just for education. This is not for diagnosing. Please contact your doctor if you have gone through a loss or you might need therapy. I am not going to touch on the emotional and therapeutic and the grieving process. I am going to just focus on what I do for my family and what I personally will do for myself should a death in the family happens or I'm in a major physical trauma. That this includes physical trauma like an accident, anything physical, okay? So with that said, the first thing say you got the news. So what do you do? Okay. And it's very important probably to have somewhere in your home or have these items in your home so that you can be prepared and not have to scramble and not know what to do. So the first thing I would do is actually get some kind of basket. So if you get the basket and you kind of maybe write down here in case of grief or in case of trauma, something that you know, okay, this is the basket for that, and this is where I need to get on, the protocol that I need to get on right away. When that hit our family recently, say we just got the news that somebody died recently and it hit home, what I want you to do is get organized. So be prepared. You know that this is going around, okay? This is something also that you can give somebody. Remember, it's for educational purposes, but you can let them know, hey, I really want you to take care of yourself. I don't want you to have some acute illness happen all of a sudden or a chronic illness show up. And when cortisol levels are high, you're going to be susceptible to autoimmune diseases, PCOS, hormonal imbalances. It can affect your heart and your bones. And it's just everything just becomes out of whack. So let's just prevent. So we're going to be preventing. So the first thing I would do is what we did is we incorporated in our protocol lithium orotate. And lithium orotate is really good for the brain and stress to the brain. It really does calm that down. It helps with the cortisol levels, and it really is more for the brain. Like your brain is going to be completely at a loss, okay? You're not going to be thinking clearly. This is going to give you energy, mental energy for you to cope with that shock. All right, so this would be the first thing that I would recommend. Now, lithium orotate you can get on Amazon. You know, obviously talk to your doctor, see if this is the right thing for you. I would take for myself 5 milligrams. All right, so the next thing that I would do that I would have in my grieving basket, just because remember we're dealing with shock, we're dealing with adrenaline. The next thing would be a combination of 3 neurotransmitters that are called L-theanine, GABA, tyrosine, and this one is by Serene Science. And I mean, I'm not promoting any of these companies. I have nothing to do with this. But I do want you to, here's the one that we take, is Theanine Serene with magnesium. Magnesium is also a really amazing calmer. It's going to calm your muscles from cramping, your brain. It's good for so many things. But this neurotransmitter combination has L-theanine, taurine, GABA, and holy basil, which is one of my favorite herbs for anxiety and stress. So this is Theanine Serene with magnesium. The other one that I would have in my grieving basket right away would be vitamin D3 K2. This is my favorite brand, Dr. Berg. It's I take 10,000 IUs. So if I have gone through grief, I need to boost my immune system. Remember, cortisol downgrades your immune system. So I'm going to do everything I can to up my immune system and just boost it. So D3K2 would be in my grieving basket. The other thing that I would put in here would be some form of vitamin B complex. Now, you want a food form or a food-based type of vitamin B complex, especially B1 and B3. So this is a complex. This does have B12 in it as well. So look around, look for a food-based vitamin B complex. And you may want to take extra B1. I do have a B1 here. B1, this one is benfotiamine, very specific to stress, very specific to what we're talking about. So there's thiamine and then there's also thiamine and benfotiamine. So we want the benfotiamine. This is going to help with the vagus nerve, because what's going to happen to the vagus nerve is that it can get stuck, especially when stress hits. When stress hits, your vagus nerve is going to get stuck. It's the nerve that runs from your head all the way to your stomach, all the way to your feet. And this is kind of when you get those butterfly and you're nervous or you're like suddenly you need to run. That's the vagus nerve kind of like locking up, because when it's relaxed, you're in a serene kind of state. You're in a what I call shalom. You're peaceful. Nothing is going on. You're safe. Okay, that means the vagus nerve is relaxed, and you're not running from anything. But when stress hits, it's gonna lack up. So benfotiamine is one that is really good for that. Good for it's just great for nerve support. All right, so now, and then, I mean, there's a lot of products here. Now you get to choose which ones you can put in your own basket and have ready for your family. Again, check with your doctor. This is what we do. We have these in our home just in case. Okay, now I'm going to talk about a couple other things here. Now, your heart needs to be protected. You need to protect the heart. Okay, you're going to probably experience rapid heart arrhythmias. You might experience like you can't breathe. Just protect the heart. A few things that you can add to your basket would be omegas. So you want the omegas to be EPA, DHA, and DPA, and they need to be separately. Okay, at least 250 milligrams, just to help you support your heart. We need to tend to the heart. Okay, very important. There's other herbs like hawthorn that's really good for the heart. You might want to incorporate that, especially if it's a loved one that you're really close with, and you need to focus on the heart. So hawthorn, cayenne pepper, omegas, amazing for the heart. And again, do your research. See, what other herbs are going to be your allies for your heart. All right, so we also talked about the theanine, L-theanine. Guess what? L-theanine is really abundant in green tea. Okay, L-theanine is abundant in green tea. If you don't want to get this, and maybe perhaps just start drinking some green tea. A half a cup is going to really help you. Maybe a half a cup twice a day. Make sure it's organic. Make sure it's a good source. And what happens when you drink the cup is going to help you lower the cortisol levels. Okay, you need to be in a state of mind that everything is going to be okay. You're going to get through it. Okay, so take care of yourself. This is where you activate self-care, okay, as you go through the grieving process, which is super important to do that. Okay, this is going to be a second video, but as far as the grieving process and everything you need to do for that. But green tea it can be your ally. This is one of the herbs that can be your ally while you're going through that grieving process. Self-care is super important. This is going to help lower cortisol. Other herbs that help lower cortisol is like licorice, curcumin, so from the turmeric root, and then other herbs that you can get that are easy to take in tincture forms and these, you can find these on our website. Some of my allies for stress and anxiety are lemon balm. Lemon balm is just going to help you calm down. It's good for sleep. Like if you're going to sleep and you can't turn off your brain, perhaps lemon balm would be something that would be support you to relax. Stress relief, anxiety support. So lemon balm would be one. Catnip. Oh, look, perfect timing. Hi, cat. Catnip for us is a sedative. It's a diuretic and it's anxiety support as well as stress. So these would be super easy that you can have on your nightstand. Don't take them at the same time. I always say maybe 30 minutes difference between different tinctures. And these are made with organic plants. It's made right here on the homestead. So if you're interested in supporting our ministry, go ahead and go to our website, nomadicwonders.com, and get yourself some catnip tinctures, lemon balm tinctures. And that one of my other favorite ones for just to help boost boosting your mood, your happiness. Okay, serotonin booster. And when I say serotonin, it's not just about being happy and joyful. Serotonin plays an amazing role in your body for elevating, just making you feel even keel, like happy even keelness. Okay, you're not going to be bouncing off the walls. And the herb is Mimosa Tincture. This is one of my favorites. Mimosa Tincture has the ability to support and boost your mood. It's good for depression. You gotta watch out for depression because it can hit. What's the other thing for depression that we talked about already? The vitamin D3 and K2. Go outside, get some sun, 20 minutes. It's gonna boost the D3 levels in you so that you are less likely to get depressed. This is also gonna help with improves cognitive function, and it also helps with sleep. Okay, so mimosa is an amazing ally to have in your home, especially when you're going through this. The other thing, mimosa bark, which we haven't done a video on that yet, but we will. Mimosa bark helps you stay grounded. So when stress happens, you're gonna be moved. You're gonna be unstable. You're gonna be irrational, right? Do not make any rational or thinking that you're rational and make huge decisions right at the moment. When the news hits, take time to get grounded. That's the first thing you should do. Do not start calling. Do not, just let it absorb. Ground yourself. Mimosa bark tincture helps to ground you. So again, these three you can find over at our website. That's Mimosa Tincture, Lemon Balm Tinctures, and Catnip Tinctures. And this could go right into your grieving basket. Another herb that I love specifically for nighttime, that is going to help you just chill out, just going to turn off the brain a little bit. It's kava. Kava is a root and it's known to help with sleep because you're going to have a hard time sleeping. All right? You are going to have a hard time sleeping, so make sure that you get some kava, help you relax, just it helps you process that grieving process without getting stuck. Okay. And then another one, again, remember these things, you get to create your own grieving baskets, but at least have something. Doesn't have to be all these products, doesn't have to be this detailed, but have something. Okay. Another one that we were gifted by our health food store. It's this grief and loss. It's by Siddha Remedies. There's active ingredients in here that has to do with helping with stress. I'm not as familiar with this brand, but it is for physical and emotional shock, despair, uncertainty, silent brooding. It's the main thing is flower essences. And if you're familiar with flower essences, you know that the flowers, specific flowers, will help you deal with the spiritual and emotional aspects of the stress and the emotions that you're going through. So this is a flower essence remedy, and it has other ingredients that are very specific to stress, like calcium sulfate 6x, and these are homeopathic remedies. So different homeopathic remedies to help you with stress, along with the flower essences. And again, this is for grief and loss, and it's the Siddha remedy. So this, I would definitely keep this in your box, okay? So this would be like a basic grieving basket that you can have already, or you can perhaps, if you feel like if somebody in your family is going through something, maybe you want to gift that to them. And again, tell them, you know, you don't need to take this. It's just, you know, do your own research. But here, I want to help you take care of yourself. Another important thing to remember, and I like this, I'm not promoting Dr. Berg, but I do like Dr. Berg's products, is electrolyte. You are going to deplete your potassium, your sodium, your magnesium. It's going to go down the drain when you get that shock. That cortisol goes up. You're going to be depleting all those minerals. Very important to stay hydrated in the electrolytes. This is a simple powder. You can put it in your cup and stir it. I like this one because it has at least 1,000 potassium, and the sodium is, it's more potassium than sodium. There is a video on my channel where you can make your own electrolyte water. If you don't want to invest in this, you can actually get the actual raw ingredients like the magnesium, potassium, and make it yourself. So we'll link the video for the electrolyte below this video. Please stay hydrated. Build up those electrolytes. That's going to support you so that you can make good decisions while you're trying to figure out what the next process is after you get the shocking news, or after you experience that shocking event. So electrolytes. And then lastly is trace minerals. Very important, trace minerals. Trace minerals are, you only need them in micro doses. The most important ones would be zinc, chromium, selenium, copper, iodine. You don't need them in large amounts, so you just need either you can get them in drops, or you can just get a trace mineral enhanced blend like this one, and start taking them. Again, those are going to be depleted, and these are cofactors for those other minerals. So trace minerals are smaller amounts, where minerals are going to be in higher amounts. Okay. All right. So I think we covered everything. The reason I'm looking in here is because I have other supplements there. Now, other options. Remember we talked about the theanine serine that has GABA? So now you can get GABA by itself. So sometimes you just need a little extra GABA. It calms your mind so that you can not be in that irrational state and just start thinking better. Oh, theanine. I like these because these are chewable. Sometimes if I feel like, okay, I just need to calm down, just need to chillax, maybe a little theanine. Remember, L-theanine is also in your green tea. So if I didn't have this, it's just, I kind of switch things up. I might just want to enjoy a cup of tea, or maybe I'm on the run. I'm gonna go grocery shopping and I'm just not relaxed. I'll take some theanine. These are mint flavors. They're chewable, so that's why I like these. And the very last thing I wanted to talk about, very important. One of the main nutrients for your adrenal glands is vitamin C. Now, I'm not supporting any of these companies. You just need a super bioavailable vitamin C that is more than ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is just the shell of the vitamin C. And so you want something that's food-based vitamin C, like acerola cherry, goji berries. So you need bioflavonoids. That's the food part. Remember, ascorbic acid is like the shell that contains all the complex of vitamin C. Vitamin C is not just one thing. It's a complex of vitamins, okay? So make sure, citrus, lemon, something that has bioavailable bioflavonoids inside your vitamin C. Okay, you can get powders, you can get chewables, you can get capsules. All right, so now that we finished this going through all these vitamins, and you're like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of products. It is. However, it can be as simple as something like this, okay? Something simple like this. It doesn't have to be all the products, just the main ones. And, like I said, just get something to get started. You can always add on to your little basket and make sure that you're prepared, okay? Something that is important to me as a health coach and a wellness coach is to ensure that I'm helping my clients through whatever they're going through and giving them the knowledge so that they can support themselves and so that they can heal themselves and to prevent further illnesses and chronic issues. So I think that's it for as far as like what I would do. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit longer than usual. We're going to be trying to make more videos for you this year. Hopefully, I know I've been slacking. So it's been a long time. We haven't chatted, but here we are. Oh, before I go, get a pet, a cat. Their purring actually helps you kind of get grounded. Get a cat. Cats are amazing at helping with the grieving process. So this is why I wanted my cats in the pictures, so that just to encourage you that as you're processing, a cat could be perhaps your number one remedy. That maybe that's all you have. But anyhow, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and please take care of yourselves. Remember, you are wise enough to do your own research. You can take care of yourself. Be prepared and enjoy this year. Go into it prepared. All right. Shalom, tribe. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.